Hi, it's Miss Kelty. We did it. We made it through our first week, having kids back in the building with us, you separating from your kids. A lot of changes this week, but we did it, and we all made it through, and we'll do even better next week. This week was really fun, seeing kids playing and engaging. Make sure you've signed up for your Google Classroom with your child's teacher, because they're already posting pictures. I get them as well, so I get to see some of the things that they're sharing. Plus, I've walked through classrooms and been in classrooms and been excited to see children playing and talking to each other and building friendships. It's really something we missed, so I'm really excited about it. And also to be outside without masks, that's really fun too, to see each other's faces and really know the full look of a person's face. It really does make a difference. Again, kids do an amazing job with the masks. They keep them on, they don't really seem bothered by them. And we're excited to have them here and really happy. Couple things to keep us moving and going well. The first is symptom check daily. Make sure you're checking your kiddo to make sure if they're having any symptoms that could be COVID related. You check in with Nurse Suzanne, who may then send you to your own doctor, but rather keep your kiddos home if they're sick, and staff are going to be doing the same. I think it's really important to help us mitigate the spread of this disease. Also, arrival and dismissal. We're getting there. It's getting better. First couple days are always a little hairy, but we're figuring it out. Each class has an assigned time to arrive, and we've staggered it because, as you can see, there's a lot of families arriving and leaving at the same time. So by staggering it a little bit, we hope to keep down the traffic, and it does make a difference. But please watch for your child's teacher's time. That's going to be most important. We will have signs out, but if you know when their time is, for example, some kids arrive at 9:05 in the morning and then leave at 1:05 instead of 9:15 and 1:15. We did that again to just spread kids out and keep kids safe in the morning. Also, please, I cannot stress it enough, hold your children's hand when you walk across the parking lot. This road, it is a road out here that runs from Oak Street to behind the building, and I really worry about it. So make sure you park in the two sides near sidewalks, and you can walk on the sidewalks. In the afternoon or the end of the session for Miss Mary Lynn's class, she's picking up at the outdoor classroom. Again, walk in front on the grass with the kiddos until you get down towards your car. We want to keep kids as safe as possible. That is the most important. Another thing that came up this week was pickup. Who is going to pick up your child and drop them off? It's really important that we have current information on that. So for example, if grandma's going to pick up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but your neighbor is going to pick up on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, please give that to us in writing, and also make sure they know to bring their driver's license. If we don't know them, we will send them back to the car to get their driver's license. That happens to moms or dads too. If they're not the one who usually picks up and we haven't met you yet, we may ask that. Again, we just want to make sure kids go home with the right person. That's the most important piece. So for drop off and pickup, again, let us know who's going to be there. Pay attention, stay close with your children, and wait in the car till you see the big heads, and we'll make this all be even a little smoother next week. Separation anxiety is also a big issue, and even for kiddos who had a great time separating this week, they may have a hard time coming back next week. We know that, and we're ready for it. Some tips you can do would be to say all your lovey kissy goodbyes in the car. And then when you get out of the car, be prepared to just do a quick goodbye with a happy face and walk away. Don't ask your child for another kiss goodbye, because that just kind of perpetuates and makes them think you're not okay, that you need that other kiss, even though you're thinking they may need it. Sometimes you can do There's a great book called The Kissing Hand, and I used to do this with my children when I would put a whole day's worth of kisses in their hand at the beginning of the day. And then when I said, when they're missing me, just kind of take one out. And so it's just a symbol, a visual for them. So read The Kissing Hand and see if there's something you could do to help your child with that separation. If it's a real issue, please let your teacher know, let us know. There are things we can do, especially in the beginning of the year, to shift it so maybe your child comes a few minutes later because it's too stressful. But again, let us know. We'll work with you because we want children to be safe and happy here at school. Medications. Many children have medication that's prescribed to them from doctors. Please understand, medication, EpiPens, prescriptions cannot be sent into school in children's backpacks. Those need to be directly handed to the school nurse. So if you have something that's going to be here, please arrange to drop it off to Nurse Suzanne. That's really, really important. If you have questions, you can reach out to me or to Nurse Suzanne and we'll help you through that. I have a list over here. So when I look aside, I'm checking my list. I also just want to remind you, we are going to be beginning the test and stay protocol for COVID-19, and for children who demonstrate illness while they're at school. If we have your permission, that may be an option for us. We will not do anything without parent permission. It is your right and your ability to make that determination for yourselves. It's just one thing that we are implementing as a district to try to make sure we have kids in school, because that is the most important thing of all. Finally, on this September 10th, I just want to share with you, at the preschool level, there was no formal commemoration of 9/11, but there were conversations and things with staff that many of us have been impacted by. We remember where we were. It is an emotional day, but also some of the fallout and some of the cultural trauma that happened from that we're very aware of. So we want to never forget that September 11th was an awful attack on this country, and that we're better than that. We are strong when we are together. And I think when I look back at the remembrances, that's what I see. I see that we came together, people of different views and different opinions, and then together, we as a country really fought back against the evil. So for those of you who were impacted, and for those of you for whom you still feel that, I send you a big hug. For me, it's still a big thing. It did change the way we live, but we're also very grateful that we're still here and we're able to teach to your beautiful children. Have a wonderful weekend. Make some memories. See you next week.